What's going on, guys? This is Enderman 103 coming to you with my second American turn of Enderman's G40 YouTube game we've been playing. And yeah, I'm taking America's second turn here, and I've been thinking really hard about what I want to do with all these units that I have scattered in the Pacific and kind of what I plan to do over here in the Atlantic. But I have a plan now. The Americans have a plan. And Japan, I don't even need to declare war on you. I mean, No Limit knew when he hit that fleet. He knew that it was on. So that's my informal declaration of war out of place. But you know it's already there. So for purchases we're spending all 52 IPCs. We're getting 2 transports, an anti-air gun, a bomber, a submarine, a destroyer, an infantry, and an artillery. So yeah, the purchase is about as scattered as the ships in the Pacific, but you know, that's what we're getting. That's what we need this turn. And the Americans actually have 2 combat moves. I forgot to mark one. Boy, my voice today. Alright, so the submarine from C-Zone 18 is going to be moving in to C-Zone, whatever this is, 19. Yep. And we're going to be doing what I call a sneaky snorkel. We're just going to be seeing if we can get the surprise attack. If not, we're going to submerge, and then we'll have a convoy there. Actually, I should probably mark that convoy real quick before I forget. So we're going to be seeing if we can convoy, because we can convoy up to $6 from that one C-Zone, so it's really nice. So like I said, we're going to sneaky snorkel, then submerge. And then our second combat is going to be in the Soviet Far East up here. And we're going to be bringing this transport from C-Zone 1. We're going to be loading up the guy and artillery from Alaska. We're going to be moving them 1 and 2, and then offloading into the Soviet Far East. We're going to be bringing our cruiser and battleship from C-Zone 1 into C-Zone 3 as well. And those both will be bombarding. And just for kicks and giggles, the bomber from Alaska will move 1, 2, 3 into the Soviet Far East. Alright, so let's set that up on the battle board and get right back here. Alright, here we are at the battle board, and we've got the Soviet Far East battle set up. So we just have a man and artillery, a cruiser bombarding, a battleship bombarding, and a bomber, and they're all trying to hit this one tank. So hopefully we're not here very long, but we'll start with the bombardments. So we have naval bombardment from the cruiser, and wow, that's a hit. Very good. Alright, and then we have his tank defending at 3 or less. Hopefully this is a miss, so we can keep, yes, perfect. So he missed us with a 5, so we get to keep both of our land units there. And his tank, man, that cruiser totally blew it up. Alright, so then I'll set up that sneaky snorkel and we'll get right to it. Alright guys, here's the sneaky snorkel, so we're just going to be trying to get a hit on his battleship with our submarine at 2, and then we're going to submerge, so here it is. Oh, nice, a hit. Perfect. So our submarine hits, and there's a damage token underneath his battleship. So that's it. We're going to submerge before general combat kicks in, and we'll get right back to the board. Alright, we're back at the board, and yeah, I just realized, I didn't realize while I was rolling, but I just realized that both of my attacks, the first roll on each was a 1. Which is stupid, but I think that's hilarious at the same time. Hopefully I can get those rolls for China. I mean, I don't need them as much as America. Hopefully China can get those rolls. I'll give them up for China, honestly. But I just thought that was pretty funny. So the submarine in C-Zone, this is 19, survives, obviously, because there was no combat to try and kill it. And we have a convoy there now. We can get up to $6 from that. It doesn't really matter where it is, but some people might care about that. And then our attack against the Soviet Far East was also successful. Move that. And so we're liberating this for the Soviet Union. So Japan would go from 38 to 37, and Soviet Union goes from 32 to 33. And that's one less rising sun in the world. I'm okay with that. All right, so then now we're on to non-combat movements. This bomber from the Soviet Far East has 3 left, so it's gonna move 1, 2, 3 back into Alaska. This transport here in C-Zone 11 is gonna move 1, 2, and a 26, and it's gonna keep that infantry and artillery aboard. Ooh, oh, unless they knock each other over, then they're not. Okay. One of these fighters, I guess I should grab this one then. From Wake Island is going to move 1, 2, 3 to Midway. And then this fighter from the Philippines is going to move 1, 2, 3 to Guam. The destroyer from Season 35 is going to go to 21. And then the destroyer, no, that guy's staying. This guy's moving. Destroyer from 14 is going to move 1, 2 up to Season 3 with the cruiser battleship transport. Carrier from Season 10 is going to move 1, 2, 3 into Season 31. Boop. Along with the submarine from Season 10 is going to move 1, 2, 3 into Season 31. I think it's 31. I just said it. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to just be destructive. All right. And then this transport is going to pick up 2 anti-air guns in Season 10. And he's going to move up 1, 2, 3. And offload these 2 anti-air guns into the Soviet Far East. Try to kind of give us a little foothold there. All right. Then one of these infantry from Western United States is going to move around the world to the Central United States. Okay, and I believe that's everything. All right. So now for putting our purchases on the board. All right, so the bomber is going to go over here in Alaska, along with an infantry and artillery. Boop, boop. Okay. And the anti-air gun is going to go in Western United States. And then submarine is going to go into Season 10. And the remaining 2 transports and destroyer will go in Season 101. Alright, now we'll get on to the recap. Alright, so scanning over the board, I did forget 1 non-combat movement. My submarine from Season 48 is going to move 1 and 2 to Season 34. Alright, now we're going to get to the recap. Alright, so in the Eastern United States, we have 1 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 anti-air guns. In the Central United States, we have 1 infantry, 4 mechanized infantry, and a tank. In Season 101, we have 2 transports, a destroyer, and a cruiser. And moving over to the Pacific side of the world, in the Western United States, we have 2 infantry, a fighter, and an AA gun. In Season 10, we have a submarine. In Alaska, we have an infantry, an artillery, and 2 bombers. In Season 3, we have 2 transports, a destroyer, a cruiser, and a battleship. In the Soviet Far East, we have an infantry, an artillery, and 2 anti-air guns. In Midway, we have a fighter. In Hawaii, we have 2 infantry. In Season 26, we have a cruiser and a transport loaded with a man and an artillery. In Season 31, we have a submarine, if you can see it all there, a submarine, a loaded aircraft carrier with 2 fighters, and a destroyer. And then on Wake Island, we have 2 fighters and a tactical bomber. In Season 34, we have a submarine. In Season 21, we have a destroyer. In Guam, we have a fighter. And in the Philippines, we have 2 infantry. Oh, and don't forget, in Season 19, we have that submarine convoy. Alright, so at the end of our turn, we're still collecting 52 IPCs. We have no NOs right now. We would get, I believe it's like 30 more or something stupid like that. But yeah, that's America's turn. Alright, the next video will be China's turn. And look forward to it. This is Enderman 103 saying peace out.